once again. This time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw.
Hey folks, Dave in the AM here with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. For many weeks now, me and Rob have been telling you about our affiliation with Dubby Energy Drinks. I've been drinking some of them on the show, and I just got in today the powdered version, and this is the Palm Blom version of this. And hey, I tell you that it gives you the focus and the energy without the jitters or the crash. There's no sugars, no fillers, no artificial dyes. So get you some Dubby today. Use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off each and every order. Not only can you get the energy drinks, but you can also get some cool merch items. In fact, soon we're going to have a hat to show you as an example of some of those things. There's shirts and other things you can get as well as containers to mix up the powder and the water into that you can carry with you. We appreciate your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and also of Dubby Energy Drinks. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Doing, as they say. Kaylee, my granddaughter's calling me. I can't talk to you right now. As you know, I'm in a stream. This has been a frustrating afternoon trying to get some things set up. I had run into some technical glitches we're still working through. Didn't affect the main part of the program, but some things on the fringes. But welcome to Mama Said on Monday Night. Rob will be along. Be a little bit late. Had to take care of some things. Those things happen for all of us. So anyway, we are glad to be here. Been busy all afternoon trying to take care of things. I've been most frustrated with my iPhone and it's seemingly stealing of my available space. Working through those issues, trying to get some video formatted over too that we didn't know we were going to have to do. We're getting closer on that. Some of it we got corrected, some of it we did not. So we're glad to be here, though. I hope you're having a great day before Christmas Eve day. If you've been out shopping, you know it's crazy. The drivers are nutso, and I don't envy anybody being out in that environment. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. What's been still getting kind of unpacked, so to speak, from the trip was a video that we've got to get up. We underwent some we were using different phones. We were using mine, we're using my son's, and we didn't know it at the time, but there was a difference, and his is doing it in one format, mine in another, and StreamYard don't work with, but it's very unforgiving. It shouldn't be, but it is. For what we pay for it, it shouldn't be, but it has to be in a certain format. And so I was rushing to get things set up and get in the stream tonight. So we had a couple of videos. Well, one I wanted to have out. It'll be out tomorrow. And then there's another one I'm working on getting available. And if Steve comes in here, I don't have yours yet. I do not have yours yet. And we'll figure out. We've got it. We just got it in a format. We can't put it in StreamYard. And we've got to get that switched. And I was working on it all the way up until showtime. Well, it is Mama Said, our 7 p.m. Show that we do on Monday nights. And we talk about things that Mama Said. Usually we'll have some sort of of a theme around that. We may or may not tonight. Again, I'm kind of unpacking from our trip. A lot of changes going on, trying to get things done. Been very busy. I do want to pop up the schedule for those that may not can see that. And we're going to do that a couple times. We'll do that through commercials, and this will be in a different format too. And I have had a schedule up before. The top part is the definites. Those are the morning shows, the Mama Said, the Hump Day News, Front Porch Talking, Sunday Morning in the Word, and the SFP News Desk on Sunday night. There are additional live shows that go out, and we will be announcing those ahead of time when they happen. Sometimes on the Tuesday in between the Monday and Wednesday show, I do a Tuesday talk, same time, 6 a.m. I do a sports show. That's going to happen this week. I will announce the time. Southern Talk will happen this week. Same thing, because we got very busy there at the end. I remember that. Will also air this week. And the Thursday morning possibly may do that since I'm off. I definitely want to have a night talk late night that will occur as well. So that is our schedule. And that does not include the morning MAGA Minute, morning devotion, morning funny thought. We do kind of different things. Me and Rob are supposed to get back together and do some funnies, but I've been doing a morning funny thought. And that does not include the 2 news shows. And that doesn't include the pet of the week or the vet of the week too. Those are every week. And we didn't do one this weekend because I was gone, but we do have pets to show. And because we did a video at ARA, and that's another one of those. We're trying to combine 2 different video formats and get everything up. But those definitely will go up. Hey, Michael. Hey, Steve. And sorry, I don't have your video yet. I have it, but I can't show it. I'm so frustrated. But when Rob gets in, I'm going to see if I can get that switched over in the middle of the show. If not, we'll show that. It'll be shown by tomorrow. It might even be shown late tonight. I'm so mad. You know how it is, man. Oh my goodness. I am so mad at iPhone. I could just, bite nails right now. But that's not the problem with the video, but having fought with iPhone all day. I've never had a problem with iPhone in my life. Never. Heard the horror stories, but I have walked into that. I know it. I said, we got to get this. I actually have it on my screen, but you can't see it. And I had to download some video changing software. My son filmed it and we didn't know it, but his iPhone put it in a different format than mine does. He didn't know that either. So there's 3 videos I think that he recorded in his phone, maybe 4, but I think just 3. And we've got to change those from what they have them in, which is a move into a MP4. So we're working on that. I just had to get a lot going on. We didn't know it till late. I didn't know that particular video was like that till about 45 minutes or maybe an hour before showtime. So we do have it. I watched it. It's like, I want to get this updated. But we have the 2 news shows, Southern Fried MAGA, which will debut live. That's a live shows. And that will be the day of the swearing in. It will not be his normal time slot because I work. But we will that day. Hopefully we're going to be live. I'm going to take off that day. And I know how it is, man. I know how it is, man. Let's see. Steve says, I'm around the edge of not having a video done for tomorrow. Got to shoot one tonight after this and try to get it tomorrow morning. I get it, man. I know, man. It's like people don't realize sometimes all the little things that you go through. And it's like me and my son, I was showing him all the things. And I think I still messed up one thing in the live now. I don't think I have Instagram in here, and I apologize. I pulled it up. And somehow or another, through all of this, it kicked back out, and I didn't know it and went live. So it's just what it is. If it's out there somewhere, it's showing that we're in there, but I don't think it is. Anyway, it is what it is, as the saying goes. You did. Okay, let's see. I did finish the Triangle G. Does it work? So I got to make it work before I can launch that product. Okay, well, you will get it. I have confidence in your ability, sir. You, sir, are a guy who gets things done. So we are too. It's just, it was so busy. We were so busy when we were down there. And I came back with a boatload of stuff to get done. That's not counting all the going shopping or that still need to happen, or my wife need to go here, or I need to go there, and trying to work on all that, doing shows, and you know how it is. But amen. And you're a perfect segue into the Cornbread Nation, which that show will be on January 15th. Baby boy is, although he's got to get finished, he's been over here today working on some stuff in the studio. He's off all week. I said, it has to be done enough for the show this week. So they're working on it. So I don't think he's got back yet. I'm going to call him. And we've got the power there, but they're working on a couple things to get it right, you know, the way it's supposed to be and covered and all that. But we do have the power in the new studio, Cook, and I've got stuff ready to go. So I said, we're going to get it done this week, my boy. we got a week. We got time. We got times. Because I want to do a show from there on January 1st. So I said, you got a week from Wednesday, man. But the Cornbread Nation show, January 15th, we have mapped this thing out. We'll probably do a run through on that beforehand just to see the timing. We won't record it though. We'll do it live. We just got to figure this out. And there's a couple things that may not be ready for the first show. It just might. I still got time, but there's one part we've got to get, and Cook is involved in that. So, but we got to get in the studio first, and then we'll figure out the layout and what it's going to look like. So you know how those things are. That's first world problems, right? Oh my goodness. But we're breaking in a new studio, and there's probably a couple things I'm going to have to buy. And I've just been working. It's my iPhone really messed me up on uploads and stuff. So I've been working more off my laptop. So anyway, it'll be okay. And then Rob calls me, and he's got a lot of things going on in his world and some changes in his life. And he's just, a lot of things happen, a lot of busy. We're supposed to be easing into the Christmases. And you try to ease in, and it just gets crazy. But we're glad you're here. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you even watch him, and I don't always watch him. But I was home, and normally I'm at work. But Jack Poso, Human Events, had a great show today with actually, I think it was the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. I think that was his title. I hope I got that right. He was somehow. But they did an episode about It's a Wonderful Life, and it was really good. I really enjoyed that. I saw most of it, if not all of it, and talking about the goings on there, and why it's such a great movie. And I really concurred with everything they said and all the things that and I did learn a couple of things. I did not know that I knew that Jimmy Stewart had been in the war. I didn't know he was suffering from PTSD when he made that movie. And they were talking about that one scene where he's just really upset and everything. They said that just seemed like real emotion, that he was struggling. And Frank Capra, who was the director of that movie, and he also was I didn't know that, and may have also, I think, been suffering from PTSD. So I just thought that was interesting tie-in that I didn't know, because that was not long after the war. I mean, that was not long. But it shows when he comes in and he's upset and, his world's falling apart and he's getting smart with his little girl and she gets upset and you say, well, that's horrible and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's life. And that I remember somebody that we know that suffers PTSD and they posted one day here recently and said, I got smart with my son today, and he felt bad about it. And he said it's been a long time since that's happened, but the way he must have really came unglued. So see what the way people love watching music would have a ball watching video of my day. I'm busy from daylight to dark. Yeah. It is a busy life. It's a wonderful life, but it's a busy life. I was following a guy in a store today. I think it's a good old Tractor Supply. And there's a guy in front of me. He kind of looked back. He gave me the nod. We do that in the South. That's good for Mama said tonight. He nodded his head and said, how you doing, sir? He said, I'm doing fine. He said, how about you? I said, blessed beyond measure. He said, aren't we all, brother? Aren't we all? You know, that's all you need to say. Nothing else needs to be said. He knew and I knew that the blessing of that. But I got to say, my wife, I won't say forced. I volunteered to help her. I mean, she needs my help to take her to Walmart today. It's like, Walmart today. And I go in, and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But I was watching the people outside, the people driving, trying to park. I'm having, there we go. Sorry, having a little bit of Wi-Fi issue. It's just been one of those type of days. It's like everything is just one of those type of days. But hang in there with us. But Steve, I hope you had a good day at work today. I did not work, but I felt like I worked. And as I said, we're still kind of unpacking ourselves from not stuff, but we're unpacking ourselves from the trip. And we have so many things we want to get rolled out, and it just takes time. But I worked on stuff last night till late, got in there and did some today, and we're excited about it. We got videos we want to show you, like for Steve. Some of them are ready to go, though. I do have some. We might have to play an alternate. I think I will pull up one when Rob gets in here. I'm going to try to let him take over, and I'm going to pull up one video if I can get it in off my iCloud. Made my boss order me a new tool today, adjustable V-Blocks. That's right. Be jealous. Yes. Oh, well, Steve, this is total honesty. I would be jealous if I knew what it was. What is adjustable V-block? What is that? The vice thing? I know I'm showing my ignorance. You're so much. I'm not Tool Tim the Tool Man. Although I could mess up like him. What is that? So give me an idea. I probably know what it is. I just don't know what it's called that. I've been around a lot of shops, but there's some things I don't know what they're called, but I know when I see them. I know what they are. Michael, I hope you've had a good day. Roy, how's mom doing? When is her surgery, by the way? Roy Cook. And I can't wait to do it. I see. Maybe okay, that's the same thing. Let's see here. It jumped. I thought that was a new comment, but there was not a new comment. I'm even having trouble today. My dubby, I've got my dubby out, and I don't know what I did, but I can't. Oh, this is crazy. What is this? It's like the chupacabra. I'm going to show you live on the air. I've been having trouble getting this open today. I'm like, man, it was just like a vice, and I put it up in front of the camera. It opens right up, man. I'm like, what? I give up, man. It's like, what is going on today? It's like there's gremlins or something, man. It's like the cryptids, man. You got it, man. You got it, Michael. Absolutely be praying for you. But I do have where's it at? I do have Steve's. I do have the pop. Whoops. The pop. I swear I've been trying to open this thing all day. I was on the show this morning. Like, what's wrong with this thing? Got it here tonight, and I figured out I was going to show you how tight it was, like a vice. Speaking of vices, and it opened right up. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, man. We'll pray for you tonight, Michael. We'll start that tonight. We all need prayer. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Need a biscuit, or pass the ammo, whatever you want to say. But I've had a good day. My baby girl who come in here, I don't know. She's probably not watching. She was the first one to comment. She's at her mom's and tried to call me. And I'm like, I can't talk to you right now, but she'll be back soon. Just trying to. Yeah, it's Polar Pop, people, not Polar Soda, not Polar Coke. Polar Pop. Yeah. Still cracks me up when I told my wife to go up there in southern Ohio. We crossed over the Mason-Dixon line. When you over asking where the Cokes are, ask for Pop. She'd come back all red-faced. You got me in all kind of trouble. What are you talking about? They said we don't say Pop down here. They thought of themselves as Southern. Well, they were Southern Ohio. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. She thought I did it on purpose. Like, you set me up. No, I didn't. I didn't set you up. But I don't think I convinced her. Oh, man, what a day. We got to settle in and get ready for Christmas. I was listening to Dan Bongino today just a little bit as I was working on iPhone issues, first world problems, And well, I say first world, even funny, if you look at around the world, I mean, you can be in the middle of Africa. You can be in the middle of you can put a video camera down in the middle of a terrorist group. They all got up-to-date phones. This is a question. Anyway, we'll let you soften on that for a second. But I was watching Bongino, and he was talking about his children, the joy of he said, listen, you have a right whether you want to believe in God or not. But he said, I'm telling you, he said that's what you feel when your kids are opening presents and what that means. He said he believes in God, but he's just saying if you don't, he said that he said it's hard to explain. It really is just that feeling you have, and it's pretty amazing. Spigot or faucet? I guess I don't think I've ever said. I have said spigot, but faucet is what I've always said. Faucet is what I've always said. Southern Ohioans, I like that, Ohioans, are kind of like the little brother of the Southerners camp. Your parents forced you to play with them, but you ditch them the second you get a chance. Oh, man. Oh, that's hilarious, man. It's like a family reunion. You get together, my family always had family reunions. You get together and, it doesn't matter what family you came from, even though mine was very conservative and church, and all that. You still got little cliques and stuff. I mean, after all, they're still kids. I was caught right in the middle. I had all those that were younger than me, and I had some that were older than me, and I didn't really want to play with the kiddos. And there was just a couple of them that, they were, I don't know, they just got on my nerves. And I can remember my dad, somebody got mad at me because I didn't want to play with their kid or something. And my dad said, you don't have to, as long as he's respectful, I mean, I'm not going to make him. I'm surprised my dad didn't. They were always like that, their family. But, then they got in an argument. So I'm sitting here like, wow, I don't know if I'm in trouble or not, but my dad's arguing with his family member, a sibling. And I'm like, this could go really good or really bad. But he backed me up. And in that moment, it told me all I needed to know about how my dad felt. I instantly got it. That's all I'll say. I got it. He didn't have to say a word. My dad was not really a conversationalist like that. He loved to sit and talk and stuff, but he didn't really get into the feels. He didn't get into the inner man. I never heard my dad do that. He'd talk about things all day long, but it wasn't his thing. And but that moment encapsulated everything I needed to know about how he felt a particular matter, and I concurred. And we just had that bro moment, even though I was his son. He wouldn't ever said it like that. That's what it felt like to me. I was like, yeah, Dad said. So, yeah. But sometimes you were forced to play with you left them in the crowd or something, and you don't want to do that. Oh, family get-togethers are so challenging sometimes. And I don't know that it has to be, but it sure is. And some people just go looking for stuff to be disagreeable about. And you do your best to not do those things. I know that I do. And, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just don't belong in certain groups. And it's okay. It don't have to be a bad thing. It could just be that you don't belong in that particular group at that particular time. And so it's one of those where you don't eat and run, but you eat and slow go yourself with a purpose. And as soon as you can press the accelerator, you get them down the highway and kind of like, whew, yeah, free. Oh, man. Some people, they just think very different. They act very different. They have different ways they do things. It's not right or wrong. It's just different from yours. And they look at you like you got three heads, and you look at them like they got three heads. And you're just trying to figure out how you fit into all this, It could start in the kitchen, the ladies and some guys, there's always a dude or something that he's a cook, Robert cooked, he didn't like it when we had that Southern show about how you eat and everything, about being in the kitchen. He wanted to be in the kitchen. I'm like, no, you don't need to be in there. But, it can start in there. Somebody says, this has got too much salt or not enough salt, or this is the way I do it. No, this is my house and we're going to do it this way. And so you hear the ladies arguing from the kitchen in some cases. And then it can get into the guys. You start talking about cars and Ford Chevy, or, I don't know, or how you do something or how you build something. There's always somebody ready to pounce. It's like they've waited the whole year to like, no, I disagree with you 100%. And you're like, I really don't care, but and then, that's how it all starts. Let's see here. Steve says exactly like I don't specifically belong in the funny people group or the sexy people group or the brilliant people group. I'm stuck belonging to I love it, man. I love it. I was reading that. I was thinking, where's he going with this? So you got me. It's a curse not to belong to one. Are you the one they look to for mediation? It's like, okay, we got a disagreement here. Bob and Steve, they're about an argument here, or not Steve. Bob and Joe. Steve, we need your help. We got to get these two guys. They're about ready to come to blows. And we got to get your input on this. Are you that guy? Are they grabbing you? I remember I have an uncle. He's still living. Praise the Lord. Some of them have deceased, but he was the one that brought calm always. And he was perfect for it. He was made for it by God. He's such a person of grace. I've seen him get fired up, but even when he's fired up, it's not. Now others in the family, they're hotheads. It's just the way they're made. Well, you know what I said? There's somebody for every role. So you have those that are the argument, or you have the mediators, and you have those that hide in the corner, like, oh, one time I was at this thing and we were listening to music and talking sports and everything, and a couple of the guys, it had a little bit too much, and one of them, you know how it goes. One of them said, "Are you talking to me?" Or, it starts like that. Another guy goes, well, I wouldn't really say, well, I'll just go, And there was this argument. I had brought some stereo equipment down, and so two guys go to duking it out, and I covered up my stereo, man. That was everything, man. My equalizer, my all the things, my CD player, and I just shielded, while these guys, and then, after, how guys are, after like, 5 minutes of, they're going to kill each other and they're trying to rip shirts and punch uppercuts and cheap shots. Somebody jumped in, was mediator. It was their house. Like, come on, guys, come on now. We're here to have a good time. They finally backed off, and then after they shook hands. Hey, bro, it's okay. I love you, man. After it was all over, then one of them said, Dave didn't even do nothing. Was you scared? I said, listen, man, I'll tell you something, man. I had hundreds of dollars sitting here, and it's worth more than you. They said, well, that wasn't nice. I said, yeah, but you can't play CDs on your head. I said I was guarding my equipment. I wasn't going to let y'all bounce off of it as you were wrestling matching around the apartment, because he didn't have a big place. Oh, man. It's funny to watch that. That's one of the things. It's something I shouldn't enjoy. I shouldn't enjoy it. But I have to admit, some of the videos online, different platforms, and you can find them anywhere, but there's some that sort of lead to it more than others. I don't know why, and not if it's violent, somebody gets hurt, but I just have this. I get laughter out of it. The ones at the intersections. It's like when I'm at an intersection, I'm just waiting on green. But apparently nowadays, everything under the sun goes on at an intersection, even after the light turns green. You got people that are, road rage and are getting out and calling each other out. Like, yeah, come on out, man. It's an intersection, dude. I mean, and they close the door, lock the door. The dude starts punching it, and he gets mad and comes out. And then they're running around the car, and then somebody else comes up, and then they're like, whoa, dude, somebody pulls a gun. That's bad. But I don't know why. I just think it's funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. I'm torn. I'm like, that shouldn't be going on. That's horrible. But then one of them will do something funny, and I'm like, that's hilarious. I shouldn't. Oh, not in our family. In our family, we turn on them. Two people arguing will go on until the end of eternity, until someone tells us to stop. Both the people arguing join forces. Oh my gosh, Rob's missing it. This is classic, man. I love this. Mama said, yeah, then mamas are crying, come on. Maybe is it the mamas? Let's go. Oh man, I was at this, I shouldn't even say this. But I was at this place one night. We were at a place, a friend, not even really a friend. That's not even correct to say. I was with friends who went to their friends. And these people were not my friends. I was just there. I didn't care for them. But we ended up going to a whole nother place. I didn't know these people at all. And the guys are in the kitchen. And the ladies are in the living room. And I'm just being honest. I'm transparent. Not always did right. I used some language I shouldn't have used, and the guy said, "Hey, man, I don't be talking like that." And I apologize. Like, man, I didn't mean to, He said, "We got lady folk in the living room," and so I apologize. "Oh, it's all right, man. It's okay, man. We all make mistakes. It's kind of like that. It's one of those 2 a.m. type things, And then I did it again. I'm never like that. And I can tell you, I won't tell you on it. I can tell you why that happened, but I don't want to air it because I don't want to promote that. But anyway, I did it again. The guy got mad, and like, man, I'm telling you, do it again. I'm gonna throw you out of here. Then he gets a little mad, and I'm like, oh man, I got to remove myself from this, So my thought was, I'm going to just go out and sit on the porch. Really, what I thought I was going to take myself and go back to the other person's house, which was down the street. Trailer. Let's be honest, trailer. I was at a house. I was going back to the trailer at the trailer park. Gives you an idea. So anyway, I thought while I'm easing my way out, I'm mingling, I'm going to make my way to the outside. I thought I want to check out and just see, because I don't even remember seeing them. I didn't remember seeing any ladies there, And as I walked through the living room, I still didn't see any ladies. In my mind now, and I'm being fair, in my mind, and I thought, wow, I need to get out of here. I'm going to get in trouble. And then I left and got lost for a bit on about a 3-block walk. It tells you everything you need to know. Not a good time. Dave not using his intelligence that God gave him. And, but I'll never forget that. It's like, I got to get myself out of here. This is not good. It's going downhill. I become the object of their anger. Don't even know these people. And you know how it happens. They're going to jump me. And the people that are with me are probably not going to do anything because they weren't the best one. My friend, he was not a fighter. He's just not a fighter. Not that I was a great fighter, but I would have fought. But I need to get out of here. This is going to turn bad. And I'm going to have to explain to my mom why I'm black and blue from head to toe. So I removed myself. So it was a bad night. And I never did anything like that. I mean, I really didn't. It was just bad. And I knew that. I was like, man, if I'm not, because I was always controlling myself. really was always controlling myself. So sorry, turned on something. But well, that night, there are parts of this I'm leaving out. Maybe offline, Steve. Let's see here. Michael says, we never did anything like that. We were together. The others would have killed us in the late 60s and 70s. Dad and my uncles wanted peace, and we knew they would wear the leather belts. Well, absolutely. We, as youngins, knew that couldn't happen. But there was some adults who, our family didn't fist fight, It was more somebody got their feelings hurt, like, come on, like and it would be the mediation of that, or they all argued over horseshoes. That was not a wiener. You didn't win. Competition was bad in my family in games they should have been enjoying sometimes, and they did enjoy them. I had a friend, his mom was partial to the racetrack, the orange racetrack. Remember those? I witnessed that, but I have seen the spoons come out as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was raised with, I was raised great. I really was. Until things in the marriage went bad, my family life was absolutely wonderful. And it just, I don't know what happened. There's so many things that went wrong, but it was a lot of different things. And then it got not good for about 3 years there. And I want to tell you, I saw stuff then that I never would have saw before. It really turned bad. Rob, you're going to have to go back through the chats, man. And we're having an interesting discussion tonight. Glad to have you here. We're kind of talking about loosely started talking about holiday get-togethers and the craziness of our families at times. So, and I was telling a couple of stories that we're glad to have you. I recentered the background, so Mama's now in the middle of us. I love it. There's Mama. Mama's it. Got her cup of coffee out there, keeping the peace. Let's see here. Let's go. Steve's on fire tonight. And I'll explain about the video. I don't have the video, and I'm going to explain that again, but I will have it maybe later in the show or certainly by tomorrow. But I've had all kind of issues, Rob. Anyway, we're having fun, and I'm having laughter, and I need it because I've had a very frustrating day in lots of ways. My brother thought he'd be a hero once. Snapped my mom's favorite wooden spoon. I left the two halves of the jar on the counter. She found a better one.
Well, that makes interesting marks on your backside when Mama gets a hold of you. One of them's got the holes in it. Makes it look like you got reverse chicken pox.
Oh, man, I love these stories, man. And I was telling you, we didn't have that problem in our family, like I said, but there was that time, and I've mentioned it before, where I was at a family reunion, and my cousins, I was just following around. I was a little guy, and they were playing pool, just shooting pool. There was no money or anything, just shooting pool. But my family was hardcore about those things, and it was three cousins. They all belonged to the same dad, three of them that were there, and there was one or two others, and me. And their dad come through the door, and my family was like this. They was going to jerk us up and line us up and wear us out. And I said, you're not spanking me. And I was a shy kid. I never spoke out like that, but I wasn't going to let them spank me. And my uncle said, let me tell you something. I am going to spank you. I said, no, you go get my daddy. You go get my daddy now. And my daddy come in, and he said, what's going on here? And he said, his brother said, they playing pool, and said, I'm going to wear them all out, including your boy. And my dad said, ho, ho, ho. No, you're not. And he said, well, yes, I will. He said, I'm telling you, no, you will not. And he said, Davey, was you playing pool? I said, no, sir. And he said, well, they was all playing pool. He said, David, he said, my boy don't lie. And I didn't. And he said, well, he was here. He deserves to get spanked too. And my dad said, you'll have to go through me first. Oh my gosh. It rolled into a full family owned, that was one of them. That was wild. There were people, siblings that joined forces on both sides. And my dad said, I stood behind him. I held on to his pants leg. I knew what he'd say. My dad didn't let other people lay their hands on me. And he said, you'll have to kill me to get to my boy. I mean, he was mad. I didn't get touched. Oh, let me see. You got to catch up here. We got Michael says my uncle's older cousins were war veterans, and them and dad were kind of under a secret agenda. If you want to fight, they would take us afterwards.
Oh my goodness!
We were the
Have
only
you ever
kids.
been in a fight that was worth the whooping you knew that you were going to get?
One time, I didn't get the whipping though because my dad wasn't there. But yeah, I take that back. One time he was. I did get in a fight. This kid, we're friends. We still know each other. He was just a cocky kid. He said something really bad about my mama. Ain't that the drop moment right there? When some kid knew that, they knew if they called your mama a name or said something derogatory about your mom, it was on. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. There is no negotiation at that point. And so I decked him. And I decked him with quite a few hits. And he picks up a stick or a metal pop or something. He was going to hit me with it. And I grabbed his wrist. And I said, let it go. And about that time, I heard my dad come around the corner and said, hey, the voice of doom, what's going on back here? And I said, he said, well, you got to hold him. I said, he's going to hit me. He said, no, he's not. And he said, he's not going to hit you. And the boy said, I'm going to hit him. I said, see, he said, let go of him. He said, he's not going to hit you. And he said, I'm going to hit him. And I said, Daddy, I said, Daddy, he's going to hit me. He said, let go of his hands now, boy. And I listened to my dad and I thought, here it goes. And as I was letting go, he looked at that boy and he said, don't you dare. He said, I'll go get somebody. He said, you go get them. You go get them. You go to them now, but don't you dare swing that pop and hit anybody. And he didn't. But yeah, when they talk about your mama, that's it. Mm-hmm. It's on, man.
Yep.
Oh, switches.
We got Jerry. Switches.
There's Jerry. Switches and belts from my parents' method of punishment until I outweighed my dad. And then one punch was thrown, I immediately grew up. Absolutely.
We had a full partisan family. They would join in and share their belts on any kid's butts. Yeah. And Steve says, the neighborhood kids called my mom Viet Mom. None of us got offended, though, because we all knew it fit, including my mom. Or Genghis Mom.
No doubt. No doubt.
It was all fun and games. It was all fun and games. Now, Daddy would save you or whatever, but it was all fun and games till Mama got red-faced. Once Mama got red-faced, it was over then.
It was really on. There's no doubt.
As Steve says, Genghis Mom.
Oh man, it's just you grow up and we had several that were on the same street, and we all played sports and played and all that stuff and fought. That happened, especially when you got up around and girls got involved, because everybody's trying to show how tough they were. Yeah. But then you had the neighborhood kids, like one street over. They weren't really a part of your street. It was always a street thing, even in the South here. Your little street, I know, Robert, you're further out, but in my even suburban, the street, you all stuck together, even if you fought the rest of the time when another street of kids come over. It's like, hey, who's these guys? I mean, you act like they come from across town. They're one street over. You saw
y'all doing? Y'all don't belong here.
Yeah, what are y'all doing over here on this street? We come over here we go anywhere we want, and and you play sports and you always end up in a fight because they cheat. It's always, hey, you cheated. And that's it. It's like, which is perfect for this time. Not holiday, everybody's out of school, everybody's, out of, or most people out of work. And you were home more and you ended up playing sports or you did something and it all worked good until it didn't work good. Oh man.
Oh.
But I still, to this day though, I've said it before, but I have to say again, the day that we had been, and there's always the girl you fight over, and we had several of us that were sort of vying. There was one summer, I call it the summer of becoming a man, I guess, or trying to, because all the guys were about the same age, and some girls moved into the neighborhood, and it was on. I mean, everybody was trying to show how tough they were, and we all fought. But the girls didn't date any of us. They ended up dating people from not the neighborhood, which was made us even mad. So everybody hated them, and they hated us. Just the way it worked, you know. So we're not proud of it, but we pulled a few things on them, you know, like we messed with them a little bit. But they were looking for us because we had done some not so nice things and kind of getting back at them for taking the girls, you know. And they pulled up a group of them in a car. They come pulling up, and they got out. There was 5 of them. It was me and my best friend and nobody else. And they're all out of the car before we could even move. And I thought, okay, here it goes. This is it. We're going to scrap, and it's 5-on-2. And right about the time it was, I mean, we were at the moment where it intensified, and they're getting ready to. They had chains in their hand, everything. I mean, they were talking about severe pain. We were just fists, man. We'd have no weapons, and they had chains and pop. You know, the real brave guys. You know, they were bigger than us too. They were a little slightly older than us. And it was friends of these guys that were dating the girls. They didn't even do it. They just contracted it out, like take them out. That's the way it was. And they're standing there, and I heard this strange music in my ear. I'm not taking my eyes off of them because it's at that moment where you're waiting on the first punch, the first move, and then it's on. And so you're watching everybody. It's like one of those Western movies where you're watching for the guy to, you know, pull for his gun. And that's what it felt like. It was like a showdown. And so but I hear this music. It's getting closer and closer and closer. And it was Hispanic music, which I was not used to hearing. We had no Hispanics in our neighborhoods. None, nada. That's changed now, but it was that time it was not. And all of a sudden I heard one of their guys go, "Hey, look out." And they had to jump out of the way. These guys nearly ran them over. And they had the little fur, you know, the dice that hang from the mirror and all that. They had the shag carpet on the dash. I mean, I never seen a car like it here. It was low rider, you know. I don't know where these guys came from. And they said, "Who was them guys?" And I said, "I don't know." They said, "Let's get them." And we never saw those guys again, ever. And I thought, I don't know who those guys were, man. I'd sure give them a hug right now if I knew who they were, because they saved our butts. They saved our butts, man. I'm telling you, it's fixing to be a beatdown, man. We were going to give it what we had, but 5-on-2 with weapons, it was going to hurt. We're going to have to hope somebody come out and help us, one of the neighbors or something. But I bless their hearts. God bless them.
Michael says, "I'm happy now that other guys got the girls around here." I guess he meant to say they ended up real catches. That sounds kind of scary, Michael. Yeah.
Oh, you know, in the South too, and I'm sure it was this way around the country, but especially in the South, and it's just the way it worked. If you had, like, say you had 4 brothers, and because, like you say, Rob, down there where you live, I mean, homes are spread out. You got to walk away to get to the next house. So if there's 4 daughters at the farm down the road, there's a good likelihood that most of those are going to get together. There's going to be the brothers are going to get together with those sisters, and there you go. And then the farms kind of grow together.
No, our family trees branch a little bit more than that. Well, I can't say that either, because I do know sisters that married brothers.
Well, I'm not talking about in the same family, dude. I'm talking about 2 different families.
I am too. Sisters married brothers from another family.
Okay. I just don't want to make sure you wasn't throwing something sly.
The in-laws got married. The sister-in-law and the brother-in-law got married. Not the brother and the sister. There's an in-law in there. They weren't actually blood kin.
Got you.
Basically kissing cousins.
But it made, you know, I mean, that was what was available, right? You couldn't go too far. I mean, you had work to do around the farm, you know.
Yeah, so but you know, there's other towns around. You know, you don't have to. You know, you want your family tree to branch.
I'm just telling you, dude. Around the South, that happened a lot.
Oh, I'm sure it did. That's where the term "kiss a cousin" from. I think kiss a cousin started. Third cousin or whatever. I don't know. That seems a little close to me. You know,
well, no, these people were not related at all. It was just another farm with they had daughters or sons, and these 2 families got together and started, you know. eventually all that land was owned by those.
Brothers, uncles, cousins equals I'm my own grandpa. Look, Steve, stay here. Nice backpedal, Rob. Don't act like there ain't family trees down there that'll look like mop handles. I'm sure there are, Steve. I'm sure there are some like that in Ohio too, because it gets too dabbling cold for you to go far, and then next thing you know, you're freezing, you snuggled up, sharing body heat. One thing leads to another. I'm thinking there's probably more of that goes on up there in your neck of the woods than down here. I'm just saying. I don't know for sure, but I think that old saying, cousins are for practice, didn't that come from Ohio?
Truce.
It's either came from there or Alabama. I don't remember which. Oh, I went right back to Alabama on that, didn't I? But they got to have their family trees look like power poles. Branches, they get way on up there.
Would you get all your running done, Rob?
Do what?
Did you get all your running done? Get your store run done?
I didn't think I was going to get everything done today, but I got it all done. That makes for a long day. Just run.
Well, we did a little bit of that. I did a lot of work. I was telling the group I'm having my iPhone it's brand new, as I'm having storage issues, which can be a problem sometimes with iPhones. I'm gonna have to take it and have them look at it. Just West Virginia.
All right, you're right. West Virginia. We'll go for West Virginia. You are absolutely right. Let's talk about this just a minute now, Dave. West Virginia, they had all them hills and stuff and snow, and they wasn't much flat land like there is down here. So they had to traverse up the mountain and down the mountain and up the mountain and down the mountain. And plus, let's face it, once you got all that coal dust on you, you really can't hardly tell the guys apart. I'm just saying. So they wouldn't know what they was getting into. So, yeah, Steve, you're probably right. West Virginia works. And Michael said the women in my family are too intelligent to mess with the men in my family. Now, Michael, you're not from West Virginia. Stop. We got a truce on here. We're saying that's West Virginia. What does that say about the women folk that came from? What do you say? If they're not good enough for your own family, they ain't good enough for nobody else's? What the? I'm confused.
But anyway, Rob, when Jeremy recorded, we didn't know it's an iPhone. It's iPhone weird stuff. His did it in MOV, and we got to have an MP4. So I got to switch that Steve video over. I was working on it. I didn't quite get finished. And so anything he recorded, it just caused a delay because I've got to switch those. And so I had to download something for to do that. And so one of the ARAs is like that. Steve's video is like that. And there's one other one that's like that. It's just StreamYard will not play it. So I'll get it. Rob,
do you know what those hand siphons for gas tanks are called? No, I don't. I know there's a punchline here somewhere, and hand siphons. I don't know.
You mean a water hose? A garden hose? Because I don't know anybody that had an official
West Virginia credit card.
Have you ever drove a car that the gas hand quit working and you were guessing?
Yes.
That's an adventure. It's like, okay, I've went this many miles. I usually get this amount of mileage. Oh, I should be good for about 5 more miles. Sometimes
I never want to get that close. No, I get paranoid. If it's on empty, I get paranoid. I can't do it. I can't do it, Dave. If it gets close to the empty line, I'm gonna stop. I want to stop and gas up.
Well, I do too, but I know people that they just push it. Oh, there's plenty of gas in there.
Okay.
Well, down where you live, you'd be walking because there's not many gas stations.
Yeah. You learn to get around that real quick. So, I drove my Nissan truck to New Mexico with no gas hand.
Wow.
That would drive me nuts. There ain't no way. No.
It's not a problem if you, again, I mean, it used to be there were no gas hands on the cars. They used the stick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking way back, 30s, 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly.
Sticking there.
I just
see where it come up with that. Yeah.
And so you did that before you started driving anywhere. You kept this, just do it behind the seat or back in the bed or what, probably behind the seat. Smell that gas all the time. But that's the way they did it. But that's a long trip, man. You'd have to really stay on top of it. And when you get out a little more west, the gas stations are few and far between. So you'd have to make sure you tanked up. I didn't play with it down south because we got gas stations everywhere up here. I just made sure we stayed tanked up. Had 2 to 5 gallon cans of. Oh, okay. And one time
that's a little different, I was looking through here, kind of glancing. Something caught my eye here earlier on some of the. Rand Paul was talking about some of the spending Biden's done in the last year, and basically,
he's not done anything. He's been a good guy. He ain't spent no money.
No,
he just on ice cream.
No
corn pop. He had to help corn pop out.
Said he spent over. The Biden-Harris administration spent over $1 trillion this year, including $10,000, a $10,000 grant to Beards on Ice, an ice skating drag show on climate change put on by the Bearded Ladies Cabaret. What will Mama say about that? What will Mama say about that?
I know what I say about it, but
$20 million on a Sesame Street spinoff show in Iraq in an effort to promote inclusion and mutual respect. They did that in Iraq. I mean, think about that.
Well, they got to have culture, man. You know how it is. They're gonna make sure that they got everything they need, man.
All right.
Got to take care of the Iraqis and the Ukrainians.
1.5 million was spent experimenting on how different species, such as young female kittens, respond to motion sickness. They throw up. Come on, man. I could have saved y'all $1.5 million right there. They throw up. It's motion sickness. Come on.
Come on, man.
Okay. Here's another good one. The Department of Health and Human Services reportedly gave New York University over $400,000 to study whether lonely rats seek cocaine more than rats who are in positive environments. What's a positive environment for a rat? Okay, that's my first question. It would seem to me like a pretty ratty situation would be pretty good for rats. I don't know. Come on, man. There's so much stupid stuff out there that we're spending money on that we ain't got no business spending money on. And they don't get it. None of them get it. The Democrats or the Republicans, none of them get it. Quit spending money on stupid stuff. I mean, what is the point? If a cat gets motion sickness, come on. Oh. Michael said positive environment for rats, Disneyland. Well, that's where Mickey Mouse is. That's pretty clever, Michael. I like that. I gotta get off that. I can't look at those. We're too close to Christmas. I'll say something bad. Santa Claus won't come see nobody. Mm.
Yeah, you don't want to be naughty, man. You don't want to be naughty.
No. Santa's naughty enough for everybody. I mean, what? Santa's pretty naughty, dude. You got to admit. He is pretty naughty. I mean, he breaks into people's homes. Steve said, the title says, Mama said, we're reading news clippings, and the background is a front porch. I have no idea what day of the week. Mama said, front porch talking, and Hump Day news. We're covering everything tonight.
That's right. Well,
Sorry.
it's holiday, you know. It's a holiday, you know.
Yeah.
It's a holiday.
Wait a minute. Christmas is on Wednesday. Good evening, Cook. There's the cookster. Steve says, oh, speaking of Santa Claus, y'all remember Ray Stevens? Yes, I do remember Ray Stevens. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. And when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny and her auntie, Bella Workham. The day the squirrel went berserk. He also sang a classic called Old Ben Ned Nostril. Ned Nostril in the South Seas Paradise. Put your blues on ice, cheap at twice the price. Band. Hickey, yucky, yucky. Sorry. Yes, I do know Ray Stevens. And I remember that. He's still alive, by the way, I think. Unless he's died recently. I mean, he's still putting on his shows up there in Branson. What were you going to elaborate on that? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Dude, I've been jamming to his song, Santa Claus is Watching You. How could a guy who never takes his song seriously make such catchy music? I know, right? Dude, he made so many. When I was in high school, I had a Ray Stevens cassette tape, and I wore the darn thing out. He had so many good songs on there that I just fell in love with, like Mississippi Squirrel Revival, Eric the Awful, which is a song about Vikings. It was, and they were like this horrible group of Vikings, and they would go around and have big hickey parties and all that stuff. And they said, and the descendants of Eric, they settled down in an area known as Washington, D.C., where the descendants of Eric can still be found today, working as special agents for the IRS. I was just typing Mississippi Squirrel Revival right when you said, I'm sorry, but that was a good song there. Ahab the Arab. And Guitar Zan. Don't forget Guitar Zan. I'm sorry, Dave. You've probably never listened to many Ray Stevens songs.
Why would you say that?
Oh, you just kind of zoned out there, so I didn't think that you were like. Now, I know you liked heavier stuff, which I did too, but Ray Stevens was just funny. You had to make an exception for him.
You are judging me.
I'm not judging you.
Not what you speak.
All right. So you like Ray Stevens?
Well, first of all, you act as though I don't know anything about Ray Stevens, that I didn't like Ray Stevens, and that I zoned out.
Well,
all incorrect.
Okay. Steve says you're busy fixing his video.
I was working on a couple things. I was trying to pull up another video and have the same problem.
Okay. I wonder if there's just something going on with StreamYard. Uh-oh.
But I was listening to everything, and I am a big Ray Stevens fan, as well as some others that you may not.
I'm not judging you. I just made an assumption that was not correct, and I apologize.
Well, you seem to be insinuating there that I can't be quiet. I'm just listening.
Okay. I'm sorry. You can be quiet. I was just, you've had a long, hard day, haven't you?
I've had frustrating day.
A frustrating day.
At times, not at all times.
Okay. Oh, okay.
At times.
At times. Well, you know what? I don't have the video that we put together for Steve, but I do have a picture. Should we just wait for the video, or you want me to see if I can put this picture through?
We should probably wait. I don't know what the picture is. I don't know what you're going to show, but.
Well, the picture we took where we took the video for Steve. I think I do. Yeah, I do. The video don't do it. The picture don't do it justice. We have to wait for we need to wait for the video.
Yeah, let's just wait.
Yeah. You don't have to wait.
Have it. We'll have it. We will have it by later tonight or first thing in the morning.
You see that?
I was working on it until
Steve's Christmas. That's Mom.
I wasn't fighting. I was just making a statement. Rob's over there just throwing all kinds of daggers, and I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?" I mean,
no, I'm not throwing no daggers.
You assumed I didn't know anything about Ray Stevens. Like I didn't have any kind of dude. I've probably had more Ray Stevens albums than you've had.
You probably have. What was Ray Stevens' job before he? What company was Ray Stevens the spokesperson for?
I don't remember.
Do you know, Steve? Good Southern company. Remember he was on the Flavor Rich commercials for Flavor Rich milk. He sang the Flavor Rich, freshness from our family to yours. Ha 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 ha. Wasn't KFC. Oh, good guess though. I could see Ray Stevens as a spokesperson for KFC. Didn't he have a chicken song somewhere through there? I don't remember him having a chicken song, but I'm sure he has over the years at some point in time. But, hey, you want to run a commercial or two? Let's see what we got here. It's long about that time here to hit a commercial or two. But here we go. I'm going to talk through this one and join in with me if you'd like. We got Chattanooga Area Food Bank. We have Miss Melissa Blevins on here. And let me tell you, now's a good time to go by the Buy Low and the Walmart, and while you're doing your Christmas shopping, buy a can or two extra and drop it in the box. In the box. Help out your friends and neighbors that need a little hand up this year. And I think that would be a wonderful thing to do. When does that end, Dave?
I think it probably ends this week, but I'm not sure. But donations can be made anytime. It just may not be able to be donated there, but they can take those, about any time.
That's an awfully convenient way to donate, though. Just do your shopping, buy an extra can or two, and drop it in the box. Goes a long way, folks.
Yeah.
And let's put this one here up. We got a good friend named Steve. He's in the chat tonight. That's not why we're putting this up. We try to put this up on every chance we get. From Half Pine Forge there. He's a blacksmith. Y'all go by check him out. He's got a lot of awesome videos. You can watch him do the work, and I've heard that the women folk thinks he's not too hard on the eyes. I can't speak to that. I know he's got long flowing hair that he keeps under his do rag.
Do rag.
Do rag. That's a do rag.
I'm betting he don't call it a do rag.
What?
I'm just betting he don't call it a do rag.
Steve, what do you call the rag you wear on top of your head?
I don't think he calls it rag at all.
What do you think he calls it?
I don't think he calls it a skull cap or.
Oh. No, that's a do rag. That's what we always called a do rag anyway, with stuff like that. Let's see here. We got. We got.
I told you.
What does he call it?
I tried to tell you, man.
When you fold a bandana like that and put it over your head, it's called a do-rag because it's there to catch the sweat.
If you read his previous comment, it'll make perfect sense.
Oh, he had a previous comment? It's not made for pantyhose material, so it ain't a do. Come on, man. Do-rag ain't made for pantyhose. That's a knit cap.
Nick.
You cut holes in it and it becomes a ski mask. Got bars of bandana. Do-rag. Sorry.
Are you on the nice list this year, Rob? As you're on Santa's nice list?
I'm always on Santa's nice list.
How do you know that? Can you guarantee that?
I don't have to guarantee that. He'd be scared to put me on the naughty list. I'll whoop his butt.
I have a guarantee that I'm on the nice list.
You do?
I do.
How do you have a guarantee that you're on the nice list?
Because I had something sent to me in the mail that said I was on the nice list.
Let's see.
Right there. That's what it says.
Hey, did you show them what I got you for Christmas?
I have not shown it yet. I might get it before the other show or show it Wednesday or tomorrow or whatever.
That's impressive and all, but look here. I got it.
That commercial is cringe. I mean, because you set it up to be cringe.
Hey, no, my uncle set that up to be cringe.
Because you said your uncle didn't say, you said that you didn't know where his hand was, and that.
Well, I know where one hand is, but yeah, just saying. Oh, I hate to even look now. Oh,
Katie Miller.
Steve, I can't imagine what wearing pantyhose would do for you up there and over your head and over your face do for you up there in Ohio. Seems like it'd be a little bit cold for that. I mean, I don't even think the women shave their legs in Ohio in the wintertime, do anything to keep the legs warm.
Wow.
What are you about? They wear them big long socks like they did in Flashdance.
You have the unfortunate ability to drag down a whole group of people and or a state or both in one moment. It's truly amazing how you can do that.
Look, I'm not trying to drag them out. I'm just saying if I was a woman and I lived where there was that much snow, I would never shave my legs. Hey, wait, Dave. Dave, look at this. This is from a guy that lives there. He's making my point here. However your Wookiee sounds like. I need Cook to sing that song for us.
You don't have a point.
I do. Wookiee women.
Because you have not been there and you have not identified anyone that you're trying to say that about. If you had, I would give you some credit here.
I have been in the cold before. And if I was a woman that lived up there, I would never shave my legs until springtime hit.
When do you shave your legs where you live at now?
Do what?
When do you shave your legs now?
That's my secret. This when I go to the beach and I wear them old man bikini swim trunks.
Oh, good grief.
You talk about Wookie. I'm just saying. Yeah, see what Michael said, kind of. Steve said, seriously though, we got girls up here. They'll go in and out in a Daisy Dukes or a mini skirt and those furry boots that look like if a Clydesdale started hooking.
Wow.
Oh,
woo!
My goodness. Those furry boots, I think they're called Uggs, Steve, because, they ugly.
They may be ugly, but they're not cheap.
No. My cat is laying up here snoring. I don't know if you can hear him or not.
I haven't, but I haven't really paid attention, so.
No. Yeah, Michael, if I lived in Ohio, I'd quit shaving my legs if I was a woman. I said, if I was a woman, I don't shave my legs now, so, just my head, my back, my face. So, Steve, if Dave was a character from Star Wars, who would he be? No, not the Uggs. Let's see. No, not the Uggs. Not the ones that look like the buttstock of a Scar. You will never unsee that now. You're welcome. I mean the ones with the fur on the outside. Ugh. Okay, I got you. And Michael says, shoot, those girls are marriage material. You talking about the ones with hair on their legs? My goodness. Or the one with the Uggs or the boots with the hair on the outside. That would help keep your legs warm at night. Huh. So I think if Dave were a Star Wars character, I think I would go with C-3PO. See? That was nice.
For what reason?
Well, he knew how to talk to people. He was always polite. He got a couple of zingers off every once in a while when it really counted.
But he was annoying.
No, that was his charm. But you're not annoying, so I mean, C-3PO. I think I can't. Maybe you might could have been a Han Solo type, but you're not really a scoundrel. So, the marriage material ones are the ones in jeans and a Carhartt jacket. I can go with that. And I got to agree, he is C-3PO, laughing his butt off. That's two for C-3PO, huh?
I can't be him.
Do you know who the most profane actor in movie history was? Why couldn't you be him?
I'm too fat.
Well, There's reported they put Billy Clinton in the hospital.
He's been looking bad for a while.
Yeah, he's not been looking good. Who is it, Steve? Now, are you talking about profane talking or good? Let's see here. You are absolutely right, Steve. You are absolutely right. I'm trying to find information on Bill Clinton being in the hospital here. Yeah, everything he said was beeped out. Oh, they're my little chuckers. Oh, what a sweet little kitty cat. He's not interested in me. I'm not seeing anything yet.
I don't know if you saw it, Rob, but Taz got adopted at ARA today.
Taz did? Cool.
Yeah, longest cat
ever. So finally found a home. That's a good thing.
And they had, I think they have maybe one other dog that got adopted, I think. We'll get that video up. We just got to change one of them over to the format that StreamYard.
Yes.
If I pull it to StreamYard, a couple of those I'm just going to put up into the metaverse and then cross them over into everything. So we probably won't have to worry with that one too much, but I got to get them all together. One of them's still on Jeremy's phone. We're going to get that one downloaded. But Steve, we've got to get switched over. I've got this new video software, and I'm not really sure how to do that part. I did the MP3 fix that I need to do earlier, but I didn't do that one. So I still got to fix that one. Ran out
of didn't know about Bill being in the hospital, but I saw a Hillary tweet 2 years ago saying they were all quarantining. Yeah, that word. And asking for movie suggestions. Someone suggested 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Ooh. Well, he developed a fever, apparently. And he was admitted this afternoon for testing and observation.
I mean, he's looked worse than she has for a while, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that's saying a whole lot.
He has looked really, really sick.
Yeah. You know, and she don't look much better than Nancy Pelosi. I think Nancy Pelosi may have died a few years ago. I think it's the makeup that's keeping her going.
Let me tell you something, though. That lady is very powerful. She's one of the most powerful people in politics.
Both of them are, actually. I mean, her and Hillary and her. He looks so because he had to do. Amen to that. Oh, my gosh. Well, she had to deal with him, too. I mean, I'm going to stop right there. Normally I don't stop, but I'm going to have to stop right there. I can't. Yeah. Mama said, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. If I do that, I won't ever be able to talk again. But, you know, it's just some stuff that I'm just not going to say. But she had a lot to deal with, too. And so did he. So, yeah, I'm just going to let it go right there. You're welcome, Dave. I can see Dave cringing, waiting for me to say it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Rob. Yeah.
I'd say you don't say a word.
She didn't care about him in the least. That marriage is based on business. It's a business partnership in the interest of political power. No more. I would say you are probably correct on that.
The Clinton
It does.
Foundation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things that really aggravated me. They were supposed to build housing after a big storm down in Haiti, were they not? Have you seen the footage on that? And they spent all this money.
Oh, they were a bunch of them that were supposed to spend money down in Haiti.
Yeah.
They raised a whole bunch of money, and there's no evidence they did anything in Haiti that I've seen.
What I've seen was they built some models of some houses and put them up, and a soccer field that has gone into disarray. So, yay, good job. Yeah. So, I'm still laughing at the Secret Soldiers of Benghazi comment. That was good. But yeah, you are right on that, Steve.
And there were those who thought that Chelsea was going to be in politics too. No way. No way. They thought she was going to ride Mama's coattails right into politics. No, that didn't happen.
No,
nobody wanted her as their senator or representative or anything like that.
Feel like we're kind of stuck with something like that though, with AOC. You know, what happens when you cross a Bill Clinton with a Hillary Clinton? You get a Chelsea Clinton, and it tries to get into politics and can't. Chelsea, woof, more ugly on that girl than a Rolling Stones group photo. Bless her heart. Oh my God. That a Rolling Stones group photo? Really? That's a lot of ugly, dude. Come on. Come on, man.
Ouch.
Oh.
He brought that one from way back.
I mean, that was way ugly. You just slapped her down from way back here. Said, whoop-ah. Come on. That was harsh. That sounds like something I'd say. My goodness, she's so ugly. She makes Nancy Pelosi look cute. Well, who did she get her looks from? Her mom or her dad?
A little bit of both.
Steve, mic drop. Yeah, you get the absolute mic drop on that. Michael says Chelsea is an Arkansas reject.
Weren't they all Arkansas rejects? I mean,
yeah, but Chelsea did it because she was too ugly to be in Arkansas. They said, you got to move to West Virginia.
They did as much damage or more in Arkansas they did to the United States.
Yeah, no
Go back and look at Whitewater and everything else that was going on in that state when they were in control there.
She got looks from everyone in the hospital wondering why there was a service dog being brought into the maternity ward.
Wow.
Oh, dude. That's awesome.
Steve reminds me of the guy when the CNN reporter, MSNBC, or somebody like that goes into community and they grab somebody up that they think's going to just, say exactly what they want them to say. And they're almost smiling. They're giddy that they give them a softball, to tell us how you feel about this situation kind of thing, And then Steve rolls out and says something like that. And they're like, oh, we got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. And they whisk Steve out of the way and go, what the heck, man? You're supposed to agree with us, That's
we could tell, dude. That's all right.
I have seen that. No, you're good, man.
You're fine. Hillary as a teenager.
I did.
Oh my gosh. If you had to choose between Hillary, Chelsea, and Whoopi, who would you pick? Now I know who Michael would pick. He's got a special place in his heart for Whoopi. But I mean, for you and Steve, who would y'all pick? Hillary, Whoopi. I'll even throw Nancy Pelosi in there, or Chelsea.
What was the question?
Who would you pick?
Pick for what?
Who would you pick to kiss? Gun to my head, and I make love to the gun. Or you had to give a hug. You had to hug one of them. Who would you pick?
I could hug any of them. I mean, a hug is a hug.
Okay.
Probably Chelsea, though.
Whew. I can't even answer that question. I don't know who I would pick if I had to hug one of them. I know it wouldn't be Nancy Pelosi. Michael, I'd choose death. Yeah, you're going to let Whoopi hug you to death. That's what it is. Sorry, Michael. I'm going to be nice now. I'm picking on you too much tonight. I don't want to get him fired up. About got him fired up this morning, too. It's scary when Michael gets fired up.
Well, you started that. I mean, he was just defending himself.
Oh, okay. I don't remember starting that.
You were jumping on him pretty good, man.
Was I?
Yeah.
Michael, I'm sorry I was jumping on you so hard. I love you, my short little buddy. That's what it was. I was talking about him and Cook walking down the road looking like a daddy and a little boy and his son, Sasquatches, walking down the road. Or Wookiees or something. I don't remember. I've slept since then, probably. You did. You gave me a warning. You did give me a warning. But fair enough. And I was nice and I quit, didn't I? I think.
I don't know about that quitting part.
Let's see. Steve says, well, you can't hug Hillary because she secretes poison. Kind of like a Komodo dragon's saliva. Can't hug Chelsea because her teeth might tear my shoulder off. All right, so. And he says, can't hug Whoopi because my arms ain't that long. So you're saying you're going to be hugging Nancy Pelosi. But you're right about Chelsea, though. She could eat corn on the cob through a picket fence.
Man, y'all brutal tonight.
What?
Wow.
Have you seen her?
It's not that bad. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Can't hug Nancy Pelosi because she'd me too me. Walking at 151 at 6 o'clock. Oh my God. Wow.
Ouch. Y'all rough.
I'm not saying it's that bad, but I'm quite sure. I mean, there's some beavers around that would love to have her in their family because she could really knock out some trees. Southern Fried Podcast presents the roast of everybody in the DNC.
That's what it's looking like. We went from family get-togethers to just full-on flame throwing. I mean, wow.
Well,
many people find AOC attractive. Many.
Only on the outside.
Many.
Only on the outside.
There's a lot of discussions online about how attractive she is. They don't think she's got a brain, but they think she's attractive.
That's why she wears them shoulder pads. Keeps you from getting concussions.
Pull up a picture. Pull up a picture. Current picture.
Yeah, Chelsea's teeth could chip down a Black Lotus stump like it was made of balsa wood.
I think y'all being a little unfair here. It sounds a little over the top.
Oh my god! How do you figure that? All right, Chelsea, is that what we want?
Yeah, Steve. There's a lot of people if she just doesn't talk, and
you talking about Chelsea Clinton, or are you talking about AOC?
He's talking about AOC. AOC it's just when she, that radical stuff and when she talks and, but but yeah, there's a lot of folks.
All right, let's all right. If this picture will pull up. I can't get a big picture. Why can't I get a big picture? Maybe if I do it this way. Dude. There it is, right there. All right, let's see here. Okay, I don't know how to do this one right here. I don't want to save it. All right, I'm going to try this. Let's see if this works. All right, right here. Look at the size of them chompers. And if you don't think those are big, let me pull this picture here up, right? Where did it go? This is her trying to close her mouth. It's a pretty good sized chompers there, Dave. You don't agree? I think those are pretty good sized chompers. Let's go. Let's look at this one.
I just think a little bit unfair. I don't think it what y'all were saying.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
Just saying, Dave. It's not just me.
Well, I'm just y'all were. You were talking about gaps. I just said gaps. I saw size. You were talking about gaps. I didn't see that.
You couldn't say what? Wait a minute. Yeah, but okay. So her teeth are nice and straight, but
and white and clean and
huge. I mean, she looks like a bear trap.
And you're saying
chompers, huh?
You're saying that you couldn't hug her. Come on.
Not if I had a choice. We know. Come on, dude.
Just come on, counterpoint. I mean, I just,
come on, man.
Y'all were jumping off the cliff there, man. I mean, it was like y'all went skipping off into club, just burned down. I mean, there was nothing left but dust. I didn't think it was as bad as what y'all were saying. I mean,
you don't think it's that bad?
No, not on that one. And I agree, it's not because she's stuck with her, the DNA she has. And she unfortunately has the same kind of mental acuity of her mom. She has that same old speak, but
yeah, if we ever wind up in jail, we know what's going to happen to us. Yeah, we cook them well done, sir.
I get it.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears here. Let's say In your opinion, who had the stupidest family member? The president and wife, who had the stupidest family member? Not a child, brother, sister, something like that.
I know who's going to win this one hands down. I would also like to add that I'm not having any thoughts of self-harm, and I'm happy to be alive. We do not want to wind up on the killer. I'm going to echo those
that
sentiments.
comment is right on time because I was thinking that earlier. You know, if a strange van shows up across there from your house, you might want to take.
You do not want candy.
It's not a pizza delivery man. Don't buy into it.
I'm not going to be in trouble unless they start playing music from the ice cream truck.
Your phone is tapped.
I don't know about stupid, but crazy family members, Hunter Biden takes the gold medal on that one. Yeah, I can almost agree with that, but I think there's one that goes even further.
Well, Billy Carter was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's where I was going, Billy Carter.
But Hunter's probably got him beat. But Hunter don't have a beer name. Didn't they have Billy Beer?
Yes, they had Billy Beer.
Billy Beer.
Beer named after Billy Beer. That was amazing. Come on. Yeah, it was dumb, but dadgummit, you know, he was a character, dude.
At least Hunter made the family some money. Billy never did anything but get soused. I mean, he was an embarrassment to the first family.
Yeah,
no doubt, man.
Well, you know, he was a peanut farmer from Georgia. You know,
it's true. They were. That's where they made their money.
What was that movie? I can't remember what it was, but I think it had Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell in it, and they were playing cops and from the opposite side of towns. They were supposed to be like the baddest cops ever, and the guy asked him, the main bad guy said, "Well, of course I'm a powerful man. Do you think a peanut farmer from Georgia got elected without someone like me behind him?" Or something to that effect. It was, it made me laugh.
Yeah, there's the can. I pulled up the picture. Billy Beer. I don't remember it looking like that, but well, they had some slight different, I guess, but it was colorful. Had his name at the bottom. Billy. Got to give him credit for that. He rode that. He rode that one.
Yeah. Yeah, here, I can put it up there if you like.
Yeah, put it up there. Billy Beer. From the Carter family of Georgia.
Billy Beer.
Billy Beer.
See, I had this beer brewed up just for me. I think it's the best I ever tasted, and I've tasted a lot. I think you'll like it too. Billy Carter.
Yeah, he was black sheep of the family.
Oh my goodness.
At least in public circles.
Let's see. Looks like a movie prop can of brand beer. Yeah, you remember that? Back when they had the no label things that just have, you go and buy a beer and it just say beer.
Yeah.
They weren't spending all that money on advertising. Let's see. What is Billy Beer worth today? If you happen to get a 6-pack of it from way back then, let's see if we can figure out what it would be worth.
$1.98.
Said if you could find the right collector, it would be moderately valuable. I don't know. It's not giving me a $10 to $35, depending on the condition of the can. It's a vintage pull tab beer made in 1977.
The same year Smoking the
Bandit. Huh?
Same year Smoking the Bandit came out.
Yeah. Well, if it could have got as popular as Coors. Just saying.
Billy Beer.
Billy Beer. Oh my goodness. There is a Billy Beer miniature can, dollhouse size, 7/8 inch vintage. I guess it's supposed to be like earrings or something. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, that makes me happy.
I honestly don't remember what he looked like, but I think he was kind of a chunky kind of guy, wasn't he?
Hang on a minute. That's something I can do.
Seemed like I remember him in a ball cap, kind of chunky. I'm just going by memory, but they kept him out of the spotlight after he did something that really embarrassed the president. And I don't remember what it was. And after that, they kind of tried to keep him out of the spotlight. He really did embarrass. Yeah, that's what I remember.
There you go. It's Billy. I wish I could. Y'all can't hear that, can you?
No, sir.
And here is, see if I can get that pulled up where it's bigger. I can't do it. That's Barry the beer guy. That is not Billy Carter.
Okay.
I'm looking for a picture here.
I thought he looked something like that. I mean, but I thought he was a little chunkier. But I was 12 years old when he came into the president, or when he became president. 76 maybe. I would have been 11. Yeah, so that's been a fair piece ago. I don't remember it exactly, but I just remember him being an embarrassment to them. He said something that they had to cover for. I don't remember what it was, but he definitely nowadays he would have been. Oh, it'd have been all over social media. Back then, there was a little bit about it at the time, and then you just never heard any more. I think he even got a deal.
On the cover of Newsweek magazine. That is not a cape he is wearing. That is the collar on his shirt. Oh my gosh. I got to put this up there.
Yeah.
There he is. But you know what? There were some benefits to it.
I think he got a DUI or something one time. I'm just going by. I mean, I really don't remember.
He's pitching at softball. He's wearing a shirt that says Redneck Power. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What did Steve say right there?
He actually was a candidate for the mayor of Plains, Georgia at one time.
Yeah,
oh man, his Wikipedia picture is brutal. I mean, brutal.
Wikipedia?
Yes.
Read that and I'll pull up Wikipedia.
Wow.
Read what Steve said there. Read that loud so I can hear it.
Hang on. Let me get back to screen. I miss the good old days when scoundrels came so much easier. Now you can well be Hunter Biden and it still doesn't change your family's approval rating. That's true. I mean, for the sake of politics, but that Wikipedia picture, it's brutal, man.
Oh, oh.
I thought the other was bad. This is bad. Somebody in the family should go change that picture.
Oh my God. That thing right there.
It looks like some kind of Revenge of the Nerds.
From. I know where Chelsea got her teeth from. There was a Carter in the woodpile.
Look at that. Oh, wait.
Chelsea's got his nose too.
Oh, man. Poor Billy.
I'm going to start a conspiracy theory right now.
Bless his heart. He did pass away in 1988, but.
Yeah, but that was plenty of time to be Chelsea's dad. I mean, she's got a thing for Bills, obviously. That's just the wrong Bill. It was Billy.
By the way, it says in that Wikipedia article, he was a Pabst Blue Ribbon drinker. Are we doubting that at all?
No, we are not doubting that at all.
And by 1979, he drank half a gallon of vodka and a whiskey a day.
Oh, my God.
He was admitted to 7 weeks of rehabilitation at the Long Beach, California Navy Hospital alcohol treatment facility. He later became sober and reportedly extended support to other addicts in his own recovery.
Yeah, but how much pot was he smoking? I remember there used to be this catchy little song that
oh, well, I didn't know that he had some foreign he pulled a Hunter Biden. He just didn't get as much money.
Oh.
Wow, you need to read down in there just a little bit. He had a connection to Libya.
Really?
He got a loan. He got a $200,000 loan, of which they could only prove that he paid $1,000 back.
Huh. Well, he had to start up Billy Beer.
Did he build dentures out of chiclets?
I remember way back in the day, back during this presidency, Carter's presidency, they used to go around. I remember kids go around going, marijuana, marijuana, LSD, LSD. Billy Carter makes it. Jimmy Carter takes it. Why can't we? You know. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was back when we was kids, you know. Mm. Okay, yeah. And I like this last thing that they have to say about it. They talk about his death. It says, after Billy died, his wife Sybil opened a cafe.
What'd she call it?
Huh?
What'd
it doesn't
she call
say. It doesn't say. It says she opened a cafe.
Yeah, great time to take money from Libya, Steve. I mean, yeah, I don't remember that part of it. That I did not remember that. But like I said, I do know that he became somewhat of an embarrassment, at least because it got out of some of the things that he was doing, and they really pushed him to the background. He became a full-on joke though to the comedians. So
Libya on the label. Oh my gosh. I think he might be Chelsea's father. Let me look up when Chelsea Clinton was born.
She's not much younger than me. I'd say she's probably born around 70 somewhere, maybe a little earlier. No, I think that's about right. She was pretty young when they were in there.
She was born in the 80s.
Oh, 80s?
Yeah. February 27, 1980.
Oh, I was thinking. That's right, because he was later. She was pretty young while they were in there. So, yeah. Wrong.
Yeah. Steve's going with me on this. She's got his teeth and his nose. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, Michael. That's a brutal way to go.
But, you know, I'm just saying, wait a minute. We got to do this. We got to do this. Let's see. Let me go to.
I'm going to go visit the Jimmy Carter library in Atlanta. I want to see if they have anything in there about Billy. We'll see what they have. They got to have something. Has to be a little section, a couple of books on Billy.
Something on that. All right. Now let me go over here and look up Billy. Wikipedia. Why not do Billy Clinton? It's Billy Carter. Okay. So now let's do this. Where'd you go, Dave? Present. Share screen. Are you ready, Steve? Here we go. Let's look at this picture one more time. Okay. You got it? Lock that image in your head. Okay. You're going to regret locking that image in your head here in a minute, and then let's put up this picture. I can see it. I can see it. You see it, Dave?
No comment.
Chelsea. Huh?
No comment.
Chelsea, and then here is Billy. Come on. They got the same chiclets. They got the same nose. I think their eyes might even be the same distance apart. This is hard to do.
Just for anybody listening, just remember, I live in North Georgia. Rob lives in South Georgia. I don't know anything about this.
If I find out Hillary vacation in LA in February of '79, I swear to God. I'm just saying, dude. I mean, there's a lot of coincidence here. This could work. This might be the biggest.
Y'all are brutal.
We may have just uncovered one of the biggest conspiracy things ever. I can see it. I promise you, I can see it.
Wow.
Just throwing it out there. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. So there is the Clinton Carter connection. Well, I mean,
Bill Clinton is 78 years old.
Yeah.
78.
Steve said, I feel like Hillary is loading a sniper magazine right now watching the stream. Well, the good news is she can't be on Ohio and LG at the same time. Just saying. LG being Lower Georgia. And y'all, and Hillary, if you're listening, Miss Hillary, whatever your name is, it really isn't David. David lives up yonder somewhere. I'm not going to give the exact location just in case that takes both out for good measure. David lives well away from me, and he's not doing this. This is me. And for everybody else out there to know, I feel happy. And I have no bad thoughts right now.
What wasn't the last list at least 27 deep, if not low 30s, of people that have bought it under questionable circumstances connected?
Yeah.
It's at least 27, I know.
What was it? Got shot 3 times in the back of the head and it was ruled a suicide, or something silly nonsense like that.
And the first one, I think, was Foster, wasn't it? The one that died in the park bench in Central Park or something like that, had all the paperwork.
The first one that we know of.
Well, the first one we know. We don't know about Arkansas, what all happened there, Whitewater and everything else.
No. Slick Willie was too busy with other women to do his homework. That's right. That's why she had to go to Billy. Yeah. Yeah, she has a thing for Williams. Remember, the name William does it for her.
That would put you closer.
I'm from Washington State. You can tell by my accent, I'm from Washington State.
White vans are scurrying the countryside right now.
This is great. We're going to have to explore this some more at a later point in time. We don't have to do it tonight, but we need to explore this some more. I think there could definitely be something to this. Mama said that, there'd be days like this where we would find stuff out. And if you stayed on a problem long enough that you would figure it out. Mama was right. We got this figured out. Me, Steve, Michael, and Dave. We got this figured out. Well, Dave's not doing this. He's being nice, but I'm just saying.
By the way, Trader Joe's has a chip called blue cheese Irish potato chips. Would you eat that?
Blue cheese
Irish potato chips.
I like blue cheese, but I don't at small amounts. I don't know if I like sour cream and onion potato chips. I don't know if I'd like blue chip Irish potato chips. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever heard of an Irish potato chip. Hey, Dave, there's something we haven't talked about.
What's that?
Are we going to do a show on Christmas?
Well, we already settled that.
Did we?
I'm definitely going to be online on Christmas.
Christmas morning and Christmas evening?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm going to be at home.
I'll be here with you.
I'm going to be at home. The early show is early enough that it shouldn't interfere with anything. And
Rob, keep an eye on for drones. All right, but if we see one, we're going to have to locate the other one, okay? So notify the other person.
Well, they did have the
trust a certain people with being good at handling potatoes.
They did have the potato wars.
Yeah. So the Irish were really good at handling potatoes. So I'll go with you on that. So I probably would try blue cheese and Irish potato. Yeah. Potato chips.
They are $4.49 for a 9.4 ounce box.
Box? I ain't eating no tater chips that come out of a box. No. Only tater chips I'm going to eat that's surrounded by cardboard are Pringles.
They've got some cookies as well.
Okay. Yeah, the only tater chips I'm trusting that comes out of cardboard is Pringles.
They're called pumpkin spice Joe's sandwich cookies.
And Steve says, before anybody gets the undies in a twist, I'm Irish, so I can make fun of Irish people all I want. Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm Scotch Irish. So, yeah.
I'm Irish too.
Yeah.
My mom was a Kelly. Probably was O'Kelly. And shortened down to Kelly, I'm sure.
You see what Michael said? Rob likes the Black Angus field chips, probably. Rare. I like them rare and fresh.
Oh my gosh. Don't bring up the rare steaks anymore. Good gosh.
Oh my gosh. Don't bring up the burnt ones either.
Man.
Man.
That is such a disgusting conversation.
I know. I mean, who wants to burn a perfectly good steak? Oh. Oh, goodness. Take a perfect good piece of meat and just ruin it. But you eat it the way you enjoy it, right?
By the way, Bevo, the Texas mascot, is not going to be allowed at the next playoff game either against Arizona State.
Well, again, to be fair, I think everyone has at least a little Irish in them. The Irish infest nationalities. You are correct, sir.
That's
They're
because
not going to let Bevo in there either.
they're in the same stadium again. So they already said they couldn't do it before. They can't do it now. That thing does have some big horns, man. I mean, those handlers.
Michael is Cherokee and Irish. Don't ever drink one swallow of booze, dude.
My dad's English,
pretty close to
mom Irish. They tried to say we had a little Cherokee. I don't buy it, but we did have family that married into Apache, and I've seen the picture proof. So, but it's not direct line. It's just family. But I don't have any that I know of. I need to do the DNA thing, but I don't have any Indian heritage that I'm aware of.
Steve, this is amazing. In the words of Tommy Tiernan, the way Irish people invade countries, 2 Irish people show up with a sleeping bag and a phone number. They go into a cabin. 3 weeks later, 42 of them walk out. They put rabbits to shame. That's amazing. Hey, Steve, you know how you keep a Indian Irishman in suspense? All right, Dave. Well, it's a little bit after 9. I reckon we ought to call her a night.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody being here.
Yes.
Sorry, we did not have the video. I will work on that. I've got something downloaded. I'm just trying to figure out how to work it. I got the MP3 working because my phone's giving me fit, but I got to upload some videos into our audio files. But I'm going to work on those as well. And
rabbits often say to each other, "Wow, they multiply like the Irish." Oh. Guys, man. We really and sincerely hope and pray that y'all are having a Merry Christmas and a great season here. And let's not forget the reason for the season. Do something nice to somebody, okay? Be nice to somebody. You don't have to get them a gift. Just be nice. That's one of the greatest gifts that you can do for anybody or pray for them or, let's do that.
And you just spent 2 hours ripping.
I did, but we were having a DNC roast. It's not
what is this? What is this? The after school special after you've gotten in trouble?
Yes, this is the after school special after I got called out. Steve, if you want to know how to keep an Irish Indian in suspense, we'll tell you on Wednesday morning for Christmas. This is the forgiveness portion. This is the portion where we say, okay, we are sorry we had a lot of fun at your expense. And we love y'all and wish you the best and can't wait for y'all to move out of the White House and y'all quit running for office and keep your opinions to yourself and yay. Team. And Steve says, okay, last one. What do you call an Irish 7-course meal? A 6-pack and a potato. I have heard that one before, and I kind of liked it. Back then, I drank a lot. Not saying that's an old joke, but that's been around for a while. Probably about as long as my Henry the Reindeer joke. And I haven't told it for the last couple of things, so let me wind up with this. Have y'all ever heard of Henry the Brown-Nosed Reindeer? He was just as fast as Rudolph, just didn't stop as fast. And with that, y'all have a Merry Christmas. Y'all are welcome to use that throughout the day tomorrow. Y'all like, follow, and subscribe. Hey, and thank y'all very much. We do have an announcement. We finally got to 300 on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank y'all for everybody that gave us a follow over there. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, all of our streams we've got a lot more than 300, but just on Facebook it's 300. For some reason, Facebook and YouTube just grow slow, and the rest of them are just exploding. But anyway, we thank all of y'all for doing that, and those of you that are tuning in later, y'all enjoy, and we will see y'all. If not tomorrow, we will see you bright and squirrely Christmas morning. Everybody, Dave, salute.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast.